Hi everyone, it's Laura and I hope you're all doing well. So as you all know, I'm a vegetarian, which means I don't consume meat, poultry, or fish. And in addition to that, there are a few animal byproducts that I shy away from. So I don't consume a lot of eggs and I don't consume a lot of cow's milk. And so with all that said, I thought it'd be fun to answer some common questions that people ask me when they find this out about me. So this is also a collab video. So Patrick Trippy is making a similar video. He's actually a vegan, which means he doesn't consume any animal products at all. And so we thought it'd be fun to answer some questions and allow y'all the opportunity to also ask us some questions. So I'll put the link down below for his video, so check that out. He's hilarious and he's awesome and he's a vegan. So check out his channel, subscribe, like his video, and let's get started. I'm assuming that a lot of y'all think that I'm a vegetarian for health and for nutritious reasons, and that is definitely part of it. But a large part of it isn't. So, as a child, I was very interesting. And even as a child, I remember not liking the idea of eating off of animal bones. And so I'm from the South, I'm Southern, I grew up eating a lot of Southern cuisines, and a lot of that includes animal meats that have the bones in them. And so I remember as a child thinking it was really weird, really gross, but I never thought that it was an option to not consume meat because it was such a big part of our meals. And so then once I started studying nutrition, once I recognized that you don't need meat to thrive and to survive, then that's when I started decreasing it and then slowly eliminating it from my diet. So all that to say, a part of it is health and nutrition related, but then a lot of it is that I don't really think that for me, it's healthy in terms of physical and mental well-being. I am a very sensitive person. My mom can attest to this. I'm really empathetic, sympathetic, and as a result, the idea of consuming an animal that has suffered and that hasn't lived a fulfilled life is really hurtful to me. I don't like the idea. I don't think it's good for my soul. I don't think it's good for my mental health. And a lot of y'all may not get that, and that's cool. But I hope that you respect my opinion because it is something I really feel strongly about. And I get that humans and animals are different, but we're both living. And we both have feelings, and we both have the ability to feel pain and suffering. So the next question, is it healthy to become a vegetarian? And in short, yes. However, can it be unhealthy? Yes. So it is important that you're intentional about consuming a lot of vitamins and minerals that you may be lacking in. That to be said, the same goes for carnivores. The same goes for people that consume meat. It's important to get all your vitamins and minerals and not to be lacking in anything, whether you're a vegetarian, a vegan, or you consume meat. Fruits and vegetables have protein in them. Whole grains have protein in them. Beans, legumes, nuts and seeds have protein in them. It's really hard to not get your protein, if that makes sense. So we actually don't need as much protein as a lot of people think. So the amount of protein we need is, for the average person, it's 0.8 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight. And this really isn't that much protein. So take your weight in pounds, divide it by 2.2, and that equals your weight in kilograms, and then multiply it by 0.8. And that's how many grams of protein you need every day. And it's actually fairly easy to get this if you're consuming a wholesome, well-balanced, plant-based diet. A lot of this is being intentional about what you're consuming, knowing what you're eating, knowing what vitamins and minerals are in the foods you eat, and a lot of this comes from self-education. So take it upon yourself to educate yourself on which foods you're eating, which foods you may be lacking in, what I recommend is finding some online database, just calculating your food that you're consuming just for one day, and have it calculate and see which vitamins and minerals you may be low in and adjust your diet accordingly. So do I take supplements? Yes, there are certain supplements that I do take. So I'll start with this one. So this one my mom actually got me. She's probably been buying me these since I was like 5 years old. And this is what they look like. She'll just like send them to me. I don't take these every day. I just take them when I remember. Or if I know I'm going home, then I take a bunch of them. So if she asks me, are you taking your vitamins? Then I say yes. But I'll normally just take one of these at night. Probably maybe once a week or so, once every 2 weeks, something like that. But what I don't like about these is I burp them up, and I think it's really gross. So I'll take them at night before I go to bed, just so I don't get that burpiness. The next vitamin I take is this vitamin D, and I got it from Whole Foods. And the reason I started taking this is a lot of my patients have come up vitamin D deficient, and I'm seeing it a lot actually. And I recognize that my patients are sick, and I'm not sick, but I saw it and I thought I'd give it a try, particularly because I live in a colder climate, and even now it's not super hot outside. I don't get a whole lot of sun, and so I've been doing this. And this one's super simple. It's just you take 0.5 milliliters and then you just squirt it in your mouth. You're supposed to do it with food. So I've been doing this. So the next one is I started taking a algae supplement. This one's from Whole Foods too. This is the same brand. But why I started taking this one is that omega-3s from plant sources aren't absorbed as readily as omega-3s from fish. And so I started taking this because I wanted to ensure that I was getting my omega-3s every day. I don't do these every single day, just kind of when I remember. Probably 2 or 3 times a week I'll take these, and they're kind of pricey, so it kind of works out that I don't do it every single day. But yeah, these are the ones that I have and that I take. So what do I eat? So the question of the day. But I've done quite a few what I eat in a day videos, so check those out. But just as a general overview, I consume a lot of fruit, I consume a lot of vegetables. I consume a lot of raw nuts and seeds. I consume quite a bit of beans. I really like black beans. I eat those a lot. I eat kidney beans a lot. I'll have lentils sometimes. I also consume quite a bit of whole grains. So I eat brown rice. I eat a lot of quinoa. Like I mentioned before, I'm not a vegan, so I do consume Greek yogurt quite a bit. What else do I eat? Yeah, that's about it. Did I say whole grains? I consume whole grains. So this question is actually quite simple. If you eat what you buy. So a lot of times money's wasted when we don't eat the groceries that we've purchased. So we'll go out, we'll buy a bunch of groceries, and then for whatever reason, we have a kitchen full of food, and then we'll go out to eat when we have food in our fridge. And so a lot of it is actually eating what you buy, not letting produce go to waste. And if it's starting to go to waste, then washing it, cutting it up, and putting it in the freezer. So then later you can either make a stir fry out of it, or you can throw it in a smoothie. Also in regards to proteins, consuming high quality proteins that aren't super expensive. So when you start getting into the specialty vegetarian items, so like the frozen meals and like the snacks and all the like healthy processed items, then that's when your grocery budget goes up, and that's when you spend more money than you want. When you focus on the basics, when you focus on fruits, vegetables, beans, whole grains, nuts, and seeds, then it actually isn't that expensive. It's when you start seeing, which I'm totally guilty of that. I mean, I just made a snack haul video where I like went crazy with healthy snacks, so I'm totally guilty of it. But it's when you start buying that stuff, then you notice that you spend more money. So just focus back on the basics and you can stay within your budget. No, it is not. It's just the same in everyday life, having a social life, hanging out with friends. It's the same as traveling. In airports, in restaurants, in grocery stores, wherever you go, there's vegetarian options. Especially in this day and age, it's super easy to eat vegetarian and eat healthy. You don't have to just get mac and cheese or just get pasta without meat. They actually have healthy vegetarian options in the majority of restaurants. This is a silly question, and we put this in there because ignorant people ask this question, and it's really silly. A, because the likelihood of this ever happening is slim to none. And also, if that were the case, you can still live in the wild. Also, don't think I would be able to catch an animal. The only way I might is if I brought my dog, somehow had my dog with me, and she got into hunter-gatherer mode. But to answer your question, no, I would not. So I hope this video answered any questions that y'all have about vegetarian and veganism. Like I said in the beginning, check out Patrick's video. I'll put the link below. Let me know what y'all think. Let me know if you're a vegetarian, if you're a vegan, if you're considering becoming one, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye.